Paul Williams. This is my first video that I'm producing today. It's about my journey, if you like, in triathlon. It virtually started probably just over 10 years ago now, when I finished up a coaching career and was looking to find something to sort of keep a level of fitness. My family background was a tendency to put on weight and that sort of stuff, so I wanted to do something after I'd stopped playing football to try and keep fit. And in fact, my wife actually saw something in the paper saying there was a triathlon down at a local pool, which was a 300 metre swim in a pool, 25 metre pool, and a 16k bike ride and a 4k run. And I started my journey with signing up to that. I hadn't swum for 10 years, probably even longer. I heard Duncan Armstrong say on the radio one day to get people back in the pool is to buy a pair of flippers. So I went out and did that, did all my training in a pair of flippers, signed up for the triathlon, used a used bike, and I'd always done a little bit of running, so off we went. So I went down to the triathlon. There would have been about maybe 40 people, maybe 60. We did it all in lanes. I got in the slowest group, right at the back of the lane, and my swim, 300 metres, probably the longest swim I've ever done, started. So not only was I last out of the pool, everybody else had actually been on their bike and out of the transition by the time I actually got onto the bike. I passed one person on the bike, passed one person on the run, and finished third last. So I didn't come into the sport with any great background in any of the sports. I was never really good at any of the things. But I mean, one thing that I did do was that I persisted with it, and I got a little bit better, and I started a little bit better. And like anything you do, whether it be anything you do in sport and fitness, is that you're always looking for something. Once you do something, you're always looking to do something a little bit more, a little bit more. I started getting a little bit better at it. I started doing a little bit longer. I graduated up to Olympic distance triathlons. I did that for a couple of seasons. Might have done a dozen of those, which was a 1500 swim, 40k on the bike, and a 10k run. Then I decided, because I was still putting on weight, that I had to lose some weight. I lost 18 kilos. I went from 108 kilos down to 90 kilos because I wanted to have a go at this half Ironman distance, 1.9, 90k bike ride and 21k run. And so that was about 8 months ago. I had 8 months to try and lose some weight and try and get ready for that thing. And I was done it down in Geelong a few years ago, just before my 50th birthday. I remember the feeling of how great it felt when I ran across the line, but the one thing that I thought within an hour of me finishing was that I've just got to try and do an Ironman now. It's just that natural progression once you do that, to actually do that. So I had no idea what I was doing. I wasn't being coached. I was just doing it. I was reading a little bit about things. I had no idea about nutrition. I had no idea about hydration or anything like that, but I had that goal then to actually do an Ironman. And before on my 50th birthday, I did my first Ironman. Since then I've done 3. I've got one more to do, which is coming up in March 2015, and that's virtually where I'm from. So that's virtually my, if you like, a very narrow view of how I've done, how I've come from being last in the pool in my first triathlon to passing 2 people to be able to now complete 3 Ironman triathlons, and it's an achievement that anybody can do, and it's something that's out there, but it's something that's I didn't go from finishing last out of the water to doing an Ironman overnight. It took time, it took some effort, it took some application, and it took some belief in what you were doing. So. That's virtually the introduction to the journey, and that's where I've been. That's where I've come from so far. That's my journey so far. If you like that, you can comment, subscribe, and join. And who knows where this may take you.